We are back on the trail here in starting up Devil's Slide up towards the PCT to mile 180, and then from there we'll be heading out to Big Bear, and should be about 93 miles on the PCT at that point. But here we are, back up, heading up. Should be an interesting week. We are back on the Pacific Crest Trail. We're on mile 180. Had a 2.5 mile, 2,000 foot ascent up Devil's Slide up to Saddle Junction to get back on the PCT. So this weekend it's going to be about another 95 miles left to go. I think that makes it about 93 more miles on the Pacific Crest Trail, and the last two are on Cougar Crest Trail. Right now we're about 8,500 feet. As you can probably tell, I'm out of breath. That's okay. I'm back on the trail amongst these beautiful pine trees and really enjoying it. Beautiful views up here. So I've made it almost to the maximum elevation that we will get to today at about 9,000 feet, which I'm glad, because the last 3.5 miles have been straight up 4,000 feet elevation gain. Fortunately, had a good night's sleep last night, was well rested, and I had good hiker legs this morning, taking breaks whenever I need it, and just pushing forward as I go. We're above the clouds, winds howling from time to time. Right now it's pretty quiet. We're on the south face. Sometimes we run into some pretty big trees. This morning I was at sea level. I am almost 2 miles up. You can really feel it. And this looks like a pretty good place to have some lunch. Now, that's one big tree. I'm gonna have lunch here. So it's noon, been on trail for about 3.75 miles, and I figured, hey, it's a good time to stop, get some rest, eat some food. So I've got some moon cheese. This is Gouda, and yes, it is good. It's really crunchy. It looks really weird, almost like the moon. But it's real cheese, and it tastes really good. It's got a nice crunch to it, which I really like. I also have some homemade beef jerky. I'm gonna have one of these peanut butter filled Cliff bars, and I'm gonna put some of this Pro Bar chocolate and peanut butter blend in my pocket. It's already kneaded pretty well, but I'm gonna put it in my pocket so it kneads up even better. That way along the trail I can just open it up and just squeeze it into my mouth. And of course, some water. I am now on the southwestern side of the San Jacinto forest, and the view out here is beautiful. Interestingly enough, I have actually been surrounded by clouds and then by sun. They're coming over the ridge. Day 2, started heading out, and we're going down there, about 7,000 feet down. We'll see how good it goes. Last night was pretty good. Met some hikers along the way. Caroline behind me from Tennessee, as well as Cameron from Scotland, individual from France, another one from the Czech Republic, local boy Matt from Temecula. So heading down to the desert floor. We'll see how it goes. So here we are around mile 204, and today's been a rough day. We're doing pretty good pace, but it's all been downhill. Feet are killing me, knees are having some issues. But the biggest thing is water. I got about half a liter left. There's supposedly a faucet that's open about a mile away from here. Certainly hope so, because I'm running low, very low. And I'm also very thirsty, and I'm sure extremely dehydrated by now. So I'll be getting some water when I'm there. Whew, it's been a hell of a descent. Well, fortunately, it looks like there's water. Finally made it, and that's how much water I had left. So it's pretty cool. We're all over here getting some water, getting ready. It's been a wonderful hike. Still got about 4 to 7 miles today. Well, it's the end of day 3 as far as hiking goes. Almost 18 miles. And not only are we here in what we're gonna call, and here we are, I-10 underpass. It's been a hard day, but we made it. It's day 3. We started about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. We're in the desert and it's already hot. Today's gonna be a short day. We're going to Whitewater Preserve. We're supposed to be able to camp there. They have actual facilities and wading pools, which will definitely be a welcome sight. Got some blisters, at least one that I know of. Take care of that when we get to camp, when we get there. It's also Memorial Day, and trying to remember some of the people that we've lost who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Today, Mark Johnson died 3 years ago in Nepal. Friend of mine. And also, I would not be able to do this without remembering the 22 veterans every day that lose their battle to their demons. 22 until none. But gotta keep going. Today has been long and hard. I cannot begin to stress how hard. My knee is really hurting. We are about a mile away from Whitewater, and behind me we can see the river, stream, whatever you want to call it. Right now it's probably just a stream, but we can't wait to get there. Once we do, pretty much they have wading pools. We're gonna get in those wading pools. We're gonna try to cool down some of these aching muscles and feet. It's been cool so far, but hard. So we made it here to a whitewater preserve around 2:30 in the afternoon, and they have these wading pools that you can get in. This one's not one of them, but the water's pretty cold. It felt really good. My knee's been hurting all day. Taking a leave already, probably take another one before I go to bed. But we've been here for about 5 hours. Some of the individuals that were here gave us some food, and it was so good. Some of the best sandwiches I think I've ever had, and they were nothing special. But we're here in this beautiful area, and it is just remarkable what we have been through today. It was 10 miles. It was really hard. It was just brutal. The heat was killing us. Hopefully tomorrow, hiker legs will be better, my knee will be better, and we'll head out on the trail. It's the beginning of day 4. We're heading out 6:30 in the morning. Little wading pools where we hung out for a little bit yesterday. Had quite a bit of rest. So we're heading out. Probably take a break around noon when it starts to get really hot, and then keep pushing. Should be a long day. We're 2.5 miles away from Whitewater Preserve. We're crossing the Whitewater Creek. Last spot for water for 6 miles. It's already hot, and it is just 7:30 in the morning. So we're gonna keep going, probably take a break for a while, and then press on after that. We stopped here about an hour and a half ago. After 8.5 miles, it was blistering hot. And the good thing is, as you can see Caroline down there, is we could soak our feet in this nice little stream that's going on right here, get some water. Nice little shade. We took a nap. It's been a good day so far. We got a few more miles to put in today, and that'll give us about 40 miles left. What's up? Yeah. So we've set up camp next to this little creek down here. The sun's starting to go down. Hopefully it'll be a cooler night than it was last night. It was like 90 degrees when we went to bed. And tomorrow we're looking at probably 16 miles to the next campsite. Should have about 2 days and a wake up left on the trail. But we're pretty happy where we're at. It's nice and cool. We got water just about 100 yards away, so that's always a good plus. But another day in the books. Another 16 miles. So it's another day. We're already about 4 miles into the day. We got a nice breeze. It's all uphill, but should be good. Water hasn't been an issue. We've been having fun. Last night was the first good night's sleep I got. So hopefully tonight will be the same. We'll keep trekking on. We made it to our campsite tonight. It's this cabin area, Coon Creek Cabin in the San Bernardino National Forest. Down there we can see Palm Springs. Today was an interesting day. The first part of it was hot and hard. Second part of it was a lot better. First time in a while that I've had service as well. But it looks like it's going to be a cold one. The sun is already beginning to set behind the mountains, and it's already pretty chilly. So I think today the quilt's going to get snapped in. But it's a beautiful sight. It's another day on the trail. Last night it was kind of chilly. The little cabin where I had set up at was about 45 degrees. I think the low was 37 overall. This morning we are doing pretty good. It's nice and cool. The sun's just hitting us just right to continue on. It's a lot of ups and downs today. It's the last full day on the trail as well. So we are looking forward to a great day of hiking up here in the San Bernardino Mountains.